Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. We have a lot of interesting news going on today. Today I want to talk to you about being self-sufficient, and I'm not talking about our 5-gallon emergency food buckets. Those are great. However, what I'm talking about is the minute that we open our 5-gallon emergency food buckets, we're one day close to going hungry. We need to be self-sufficient in producing our own food. That can be having chickens for eggs, of reading up and watching other videos, learn that there's meat chickens and laying chickens for eggs. So having chickens, planting a garden, you don't want to wait until SHTF happens to start a garden, because gardens, just because you start it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to produce food. Weather, soil conditions, water conditions, this time of the season that you're planting, everything has, a different timing that you should be preparing, according to that fruit or vegetable. Definitely be planting fruit trees, just little things like that. That's going to make a huge difference. And this goes for myself. I've been really thinking a lot, like, what am I doing? Why am I going to wait until SHTF happens to start implementing some of this stuff? Or why wait till SHTF happens to buy land, right? Because the last thing you want to be is in the city when things go badly. There's going to be lots of bad actors that are going to come out. My daddy always told me, he said, if you control the food, you control the masses. And I really have to be careful with my words, because YouTube is censoring. I left a comment on another video. Poof, it was, I don't know if they censored it, I don't know, but it wasn't to be found immediately. So I really have to be careful of what I say and just watch my words here. So yes, controlling the food, you control the masses. And we haven't seen anything yet. We're still fortunate enough that we can go to the market and we can take certain things, or most, I would say 95% of things. And if they don't have a certain brand, you can definitely get another brand. So we're not at the, oh my God, yet. However, the way everything is going, we're heading in that direction. And with that, I think is going to be the time. It's going to be too late to really take action for what is coming. You really need to be self-sufficient. The number one cause of death is bleeding to death. Do you have tourniquets? Okay, you have a tourniquet, but do you know how to use it, right? And that goes for myself. So I have been digging in deep, reading as much as I can and learning as much as I can, because I don't want to be caught, oh yeah, I've got emergency, food buckets, I've got this, I've got that. When I start to really write a list down, there's a lot of stuff, even myself, that I really need to be upping my game. And I want to do that before SHTF happens, and that's what you guys need to be doing before. Yes, having a lot of emergency water, emergency food is great. Canning, ways to preserve your food. But we have to think long term. And long term is being self-sufficient with producing our own food. So whatever that means to you. Gardening, I have, like my mom had garden. It's not nearly enough. And, there are tomatoes and some berries and some herbs. And, but that's not enough, right? You got to have more than that. That's not going to sustain you. So let's talk worst case scenario. Let's say we have another Great Depression. Sorry, I'm looking down because I have some notes. There's going to be no food, no jobs. Your emergency food is going to run out quickly. And your best hedge to this is, like I said, is growing your own food. All right? Like I said, the number one cause usually in like accidents and stuff is bleeding to death. Gunshot wounds, they need to stop the bleeding. If you're in a car accident, usually, they need to stop bleeding and people are in shock. So having a solution. I know that a lot of people, you can buy the IV kits sold at different places. That's what I'm currently looking on. And it's not rocket science, but you do need to know how to do that in emergency. Like I said in my last video, if there are doctors, they're going to be so backlogged they may not get to you and your loved ones in time. So it's another thing you need to take into consideration. I have so much notes, but I'm just trying to just summarize here. And another thing is, how much ammo are you putting back? Without the ammo, you can't protect your food, your life. Without ammo, the guns don't work, and they're just pretty little decorations, let's be honest. So I try to get ammo on the weekly. Like I said, when people get hungry, they will do just about anything. Take that in mind. We haven't known anything about hunger since the last depression. And if you ever watched the movie, we had to watch it in our sophomore year in high school, and it was The Grapes of Wrath. And some people may think, oh my God, that's so cheesy. Maybe, but I don't really think so. I've watched it numerous times. It gives you an insight to what people did. And the funny thing is, well, it's not funny, but the thing is, people were going from other states to California for jobs. They were being told there was jobs. There was only a limited amount of jobs for crop picking. Now the tables are turned and everybody is exiting California. Something really strange, isn't it? I really think your best hedge against this is being in a rural area, country, mountains, somewhere, away from the masses. Because I was watching another video 3, 4, 5 months back, and he said, you do not want to be in the city when it goes badly. You will not survive. We're already starting to see, just major, crime on a daily, and it's just nothing's being done about it. The criminals are going free, so we got some scary times. Another thing that I wanted to read to you today, let's pull it up here. I sent it to myself. This is right here in Los Angeles, California. I'm not going to read it, but I will link the resources down in the description bar. It says Los Angeles charter school quarantines unvaccinated students, bars them from campus. And there's a couple videos that students have posted. So they have literally segregated and roped off the children that are the high school students that are not vaccinated. And it's terrible. It's so, I want to say the word, but I can't. It's so, I can't say it. I know they'll flag that if I said that word, but I'm just going to link the article, and I encourage everybody to read it, because the children are our future, and what they're going through right now is really serious. But yeah, this really stuck out. I mean, they were put off to the side like they had some type of plague that just killed off people just because they are not vaccinated. So that will be down in the link below. Gold and silver were down a little bit today. Still, that does not persuade me from buying it. I left a comment on another video, and I said I don't use Bitcoin, crypto. It's nothing against Bitcoin and crypto. I think have nothing against it. It's not for me. I personally like to hold physical assets, and precious metals are just my thing. Everybody has their own preference. So again, not knocking that. Is there anything else that Britain has right now ceased all their vaccine mandates, which is good, but I think sounds too good to be true. It usually is. Oh yeah, so we have this was on the Zero Hedge a few days ago. Make preparations. Canadian cross-border trucking vax mandate now in effect. Domestic trucking mandate starts next week. So again, that's going to affect our supply chain, our food, everything else in between. So we got some serious problems. So yeah, you need to be stacking gold, silver, and ammunition. Land if you can. Commodity prices, inflation is going up. It's not transitory at all. Like I said, there are a scarcity of products. We're all seeing the shortages at the store. So yeah, they're just, like I said in my notes, they're printing excess amounts of money, and that's just speeding up inflation. Right now, the velocity of money is dead. People are not spending because they don't have it. A little gadget that I had to dig it out of my bug out bag, is these. I have multiples of these, but this is a batteryless flashlight, and they're very handy because and these actually will produce quite a bit of light, and all you do is just wind it up. Very handy little thing. I did when I was out getting more ammunition. I picked up this guy here, 5-mode camping ladder, and I have a couple of these, but this one, it was big 5. It was $29.99, and it's very bright. So it has, I think, 5 different modes. Look at that. So, becoming self-sufficient, we all need to be thinking long-term because we don't know how long any of this is going to last. I'm thinking it's going to be lasting a very long time. So I want to do a shout out to Revert to Needs. His channel will be linked down in the description. It's mostly on economics. He shows what's going on in the stores, you know, the supply shortages. He drives around showing all the vacant buildings. Very smart individual, and go check out his channel. It will be linked down below. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'll be trying to upload at least 2 to 3 videos a week. I'm sorry. I've just been trying to get this move behind me. It was a lot of stuff. But anyway, so thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to all my new subscribers. It means so much to me. I was happy. I reached 500. Well, YouTube unlocked the community tab, so now I can post information to you guys. I think it's pretty cool. It's just another way to reach and connect with people here. So I wish everybody a great day. Be well, and God bless.